it today after I've done everything I wanted to do to it, but I'll give you guys a rundown of what it's like to own this car and what I thought about it. And so far, I am very impressed. I liked everything about it. Um, I did the rotors, the endless RPM wheel spacers, the lug nuts. I painted the calipers myself. Then I put D2 coilovers along with the camber arm at the top. Um, the side skirts are the A-spec side skirts. You can't get them anymore. They're discontinued. I got the front one as well, but the front one is from a 2012. As I changed the nose, the beak comes on a 2010 a lot bigger, and it's just not my style. It's not my style, so I did the whole makeover. I put the 2012 front on the 2010 TL. This is the manual one, so it is all-wheel drive. All the manuals come all-wheel drive. And now I'll open the hood. Now I do have the plastics. I just take them off because I don't really need it. It's hot. I don't need it. Inside, this car came from Albany, so you will see and notice a lot of rust on it. But I tried to do everything. I replaced everything to the car. Don't really need to do anything to this car, as I did almost everything. I did the front and back camshafts. I did the water pump with the timing belt. I did the valve adjustment, the purge valve, because these cars are known to go bad on them. And then what it will do is tell you that there's a gas cap might be loose. So I had to replace that. I replaced the suspension, the control arms at the bottom and the upper as well. This intake already came with the car. So all I had to do was, I did that, and I took this off when they were doing the timing belt and all the other things. So I painted this myself, both this and this. These normally come this color, but a little different, and this paint is known to come off and look ugly, so I redid it myself. Also, I only use AMSOIL. I might be forgetting what else I did at the moment, but we'll take a look. I did the sequential lights on the side, as well with the turn back switchbacks on the turn signals. Go with the interior. It is a big car. The car is dirty right now. Now these seats are known to rip a lot on the sides. I don't know why Acura did that. But these seats are known to rip on these sides. That's my biggest pet peeve about this car. Probably the only pet peeve that I have about this car, because honestly I have no complaints. I love everything about it. The all-wheel drive system, the way it shifts and everything. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's a 2010. Honestly, I feel like I can go anywhere with this car. A lot of people like it. It's different, especially with the lift kit on it. It definitely gave it more of an aggressive look. So I definitely would say if I could keep this car, I would. But the family needs an automatic, and I have other vehicles that I just can't put more time and effort into this car. I wish I could, but this car sits most of the time. I'm supposed to use it to go to work, and I work close by, so even then I don't get to use the car as much as I should, or as much as I would like to. Other than that, everything else is great in the car. I love the car. I wish I could get a rolling shot. If I can, I'll let you know. Or we'll be posting that up soon. But the guy's supposed to come pick up the car today, so yeah, we'll see what happens, if he takes it or not. I think this is a blessing for the price I'm giving it. I'm asking $7,000 with the lip kit alone and the high flow precats and everything else I did to the car with the suspension and control arm. I have receipts of everything I did to the engine. So I feel like whoever buys this car is definitely coming up, because I had to spend a lot of money just to get it the way it is. My next thing was to get the 2018 A-spec seats to replace these seats, but since I'm no longer keeping the car, it makes no sense in doing that. But yeah. Gracias. Also, now what would I think about this car? It's good on gas. It's nothing crazy. I can't say that it's bad on gas because I don't drive too far on this car. But oil wise, you definitely have to check on these cars. I don't know what the heck Acura was thinking. Should have definitely, done a better recall. I know they did a recall for a certain amount of time or something like that, where they were fixing the bearings or the rings on the pistons. But a lot of people didn't get to do that. A lot of people didn't get to do that. So that's why I recommend AMSOIL, because after I switched to AMSOIL, this is my second Acura manual as well, same year and everything. Well, the other one was 2012. I always had to check my oil. I I used to do a fresh oil change and fucking, sorry, excuse my language, but 3 months later I would have to put at least a quart, minimum a quart, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You buy a car and especially if you buy it for your wife, one of these Acuras for your wife, the automatic version, and she's not gonna be checking the oil. She's not gonna be checking the oil. So then it falls on you. Or what if you're a single girl and you don't know about these cars that much? They start burning oil. The girl's not gonna freaking know that she needs to go and check her oil, check the dipstick or something. They don't know that. So they better pray that they have a man in their life that will be checking it, because a lot of people don't check it. So that's why I switched to AMSOIL, because I definitely have a better peace of mind in knowing that I don't have to check my oil as often, because every time I do, it's still pretty much the same. That's how good AMSOIL is. And I use liquid moly for my M5, and I can tell you the AMSOIL, and no, I do not make or money off of AMSOIL, and I am not a retailer. I can't buy it. I mean, you can't buy it from me. I could probably help you buy it and figure out what you need for your car, but I do not make money off of AMSOIL. So do I recommend it? Yes, because I love it. I've used it on motorcycles and I've used it on my other vehicles, and no complaints. The best thing I've ever done was switching to AMSOIL. This car, it's honestly, I don't know if it's because of the suspension and everything else I've done to it, but it drives amazing. Like, when I get out of my Beamer and get in this car, I forget how much I like driving this car sometimes. It's like really good. Yeah, if you guys have any comments, feel free to ask away, and I'll reply. See, but that's the problem with these Acuras. The oil and that. But other than that, I still love this car. With that being said, I still love this car. If I could keep this car, I would definitely keep it for a long time. But I have two other vehicles that I have to keep up with maintenance, and I don't have the funds and the time to keep dealing with this car, because sometimes I need to pick up my daughters, and if I can't, then my daughter's mother needs to pick them up, and she can't drive stick shift. I've tried to teach her to drive stick shift, but fellas, you know how a lot of women are. They don't drive stick shift. So if you have a shorty that drives stick shift, value her. Yeah, that was my definitely my next thing, because that was my pet peeve about this car. That was annoying me really bad. Another thing that goes bad on these cars is these things. My 2012 was perfect. It was in mint condition. These go bad. A lot of people say that if you take this off and put 3M tape behind it, you can fix it, but I haven't got to it yet. I had to do a lot more stuff in this car to get it the way it is, so I was not able to get to it. Plus, if you guys know anything about an E60 M5, they are maintenance whores. They definitely need attention, love, and maintenance. And my M5 takes all my time. So, do I recommend this car? Yes, I still do. Even though with the oil, I know I said that about the oil and these tap-ins, but they sell seat covers. There's still other options you can do about the seat. But if you're a car enthusiast that you like stick shift cars, I love this car, and I would keep it. But I have a family now, so yeah, maybe if I could get the YouTube subscribers up, maybe I could one day get another car like this, and I guess start over. Other than that, I still love this car. Everything is great. Let's turn it on. When I got this car, there was a Christmas tree. It was a Christmas tree out on the cluster. Everything on it was, all the lights, it was Christmas. And look at it now. I took care of every little deal that was bothering me and took it all out. So, yeah, you take care of this car, and this car will take care of you. Look, that's the original miles. That's the original miles. Look at that. And I still believe and have the faith that this car will go another 100,000 miles. Why? because I did everything in the engine. So I have no complaints. This car turns on with no problems in the cold, in the winter. Everything is amazing. But yeah, the front camshafts, the rear camshaft, the front rocker arms, the rear rocker arms, all OEM obviously. The engine crank sensor, the valve cover setup, the timing belt, the water pump, everything that has to do with the full tune-up got done in this car. Which is why I have like a sentimental value to it, because I did everything on my own. Yes, I took it to where they do my maintenance on my M5. They did the camshafts with the timing belt water pump. But other than that, suspension wise and everything else, I took care of. Especially with the, when I first got it, it was giving me a lot of problems with the keyless access system. I was able to replace some sensors and everything's working 100. That's why I recommend this car if you take care of it, because it's amazing. I feel like it drives better than one that has 100,000 miles. It has not given me any issues other than when I got it that I had the issues. Once I fixed everything, no complaints. No complaints. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're into manual cars. I think that this is probably one of the best manual cars. I've had already 2 manual Acura TSX 2000. One was 2006 and one was 2007. And I'm a fan of that fan base, that car base. This car blows that car out of the water. Yes, the K series is a much better engine and everything, but this is more of a car. It's better to put you know, hang out with your friends in it. Doesn't feel like a toy. It feels like a nice car. The TSX, although I love it and everything, it feels more like of a toy. You know, like a toy. This is still my toy, but with still having that luxury feeling. TSX is not, you're not gonna get no luxury feeling out of it. None whatsoever. And it's more of a little kid's car. This was, for me, my little kid's car. But I need an automatic that my daughters can use. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to let it go. If I could come up with the money where I could buy another automatic and keep this in the backyard, I would. I would. But times are tough right now. And I live in New York. Everything is over the roof. Rent alone is ridiculous. Food is... forget about it, Tony. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I would love to keep making more videos of this or of that. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think.